What do you reckon? Is this the bit where I should like pause like that and do some kind of clickbaity intro to the video or something like that? Like, this isn't the video that I planned to post, and I thought twice about whether I should post it. On social media, there's a big tension between reality and then the Instagram style version of reality that we all put out there. And this is reflected in gardening, that we share pictures of all the plants that grow. We rarely share pictures of the plants where there's mishaps, where we forget to water them, or where the squirrel digs the plants out of the ground and we have the little mini heartbreaks within the gardening season. The same is true when you're growing for a job. You have reality. If you watch programs on Amazon like Clarkson's Farm, that actually shows a little bit of the challenges that farmers face. And I guess I would count myself as a farmer, be it on a very, very small urban site. I mean, there's disagreement about whether this could count as a farm, but I guess it is. When you do a job like this, it's hard. And the reason that it's hard is because you end up being a bit of a jack of all trades. So the polytunnel that I'm recording in now, I had to learn how to put it up. The camera that I'm recording this video on now, I had to work out what was the best kind of camera to record. I had to work out what the best kind of microphone was. I had to work out how to edit the video. I had to work out how to put some kind of attention-grabbing transition there. I had to do all these things alongside doing my day job, which is growing herb plants. It's looking a bit dead behind there, isn't it? Do you think I could do with some light? I'm not sure if you can see those lights or if they made any difference at all. But my point is, you have to become a master of all trades, and to some extent, a master of none. So this includes learning how to do DIY. You see where this is going. And yesterday I did a little bit of DIY, but the DIY actually happened on my hand rather than on the tree that I was cutting down in order to install a new fence panel. We'd had some issues with foxes getting into our site, so I was installing new fence panels. And I was really proud because I bought a brand new saw. In fact, this saw. And it's really nice and sharp. And I wasn't paying attention. And so I was cutting with enthusiasm, and I carried on cutting right through that finger. Now, I don't know how bad that looks on the camera, but yesterday that literally wouldn't stop bleeding. You know, I've injured myself before, and I kind of like, I'm one of these blokes who just plough on and a bit silly really, but it just wouldn't stop bleeding. And I made a mess everywhere. And around 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon, my wife persuaded me to go to A&E, where they assured me that I absolutely did the right thing because it would not stop bleeding. So they have strapped it all up, they've put some supports in there, they have well and truly glued it, and then came the magic words. Obviously, you can't really work using that hand for 5 days. For most people, that would be a chance to watch Netflix, or maybe a little bit irritating not being able to shower, but you get some time off work. For me, look at my colleagues. These plants are my colleagues, these are my co-workers. When you have a relationship with growing things, it requires regular, gentle exercise. And like it or not, I can't do that this week. So I actually, in the previous video that we posted on Monday, explained to you that I was going to be planting out all the seedlings that I'm going to be putting in my front garden for the winter. And I can't do that because I've got to keep this hand very, very still. I mean, it's all strapped up, so I can't really use it. Working one-handed is not easy, and also being around the soil and keeping because it's a very, very deep cut that I need to keep clean. I'm not making out that I've got the biggest problems in the world here. Some of you will know that we've been dealing with a chronic illness behind the scenes at Urban Herbs. My finger is really not a serious problem. But I just wanted to make this video just to show a little bit of the reality of what happens when you're self-employed. It's on you. I also wanted to share a little bit of hope and a little bit of optimism because it's not just on me. When my wife realised that I couldn't plant out what I wanted to, and there's a few jobs that we need to do, in a very no-nonsense way, she's turned around and said, "No problem. I'll do the planting for you. You film it, of course. You tell me what to do, and I'll plant the seedlings. She said, I'll replace the fence. You tell me what to do. You teach me how to use power tools. I mean, let's be honest, after yesterday, she can't do a worse job than me. So I just wanted to share that, and especially in the next few months, in the run-up to Christmas, when everyone's making decisions about how much money or how little money they spend, I want you to just think about who you spend your money with. You know, there's lots of small businesses out there. There's lots of Andy and Kates who have got struggles behind the scenes. So please, if you can, if you're in a financial position to do so, please choose to spend your money with some of the Andy and Kates of this world, because we could all do with your help at the minute. So there you go, guys. What do you reckon? Shall I put some kind of clickbaity, so this happened, thumbnail caption? I'm taking the mick, but I might actually do it. Bit of a shout out to everybody working in the NHS, because despite the fact we were in A&E for 8 hours yesterday, nobody was slacking. You know, everybody's doing their best, and I just hope everybody that we met in A&E yesterday are okay, because, you know, we saw some real kind of human tragedy, people that were seriously unwell, some old people that we were trying to help, you know, like literally like helping them around the corridors. So I hope they're okay, and I hope all of you are all right too, and you've put up with listening to me moan about my attempt to cut my finger off yesterday. On a deeper note, maybe there is a point to this video beyond my finger. Having this little bit of an injury is going to force me to rest for a little bit, and maybe that's not the worst thing. We're heading into autumn when the volume of nature is lowering. Maybe we're all forced to rest a little bit. Maybe it's not the worst thing in the world. Me and Kate are going to have fun planting out the seedlings later, and until next time, when I'm looking a bit happier hopefully, see you later, guys.